Hello everyone, Ace here, and with today being May the 4th, I've decided to have a little bit of a look at some Star Wars history. And in the course of doing that, answer the question, what exactly made Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2 Rogue Leader great?
All wings report in.
Red 10 standing by.
Red 7 standing by.
Red 3 standing by.
Red 6 standing by.
Red 9 standing by.
Red 2 standing by.
Red 11 standing by.
Red 5 standing by.
Lock your spoils in attack position.
Released exclusively for the Nintendo GameCube all the way back in 2001, Star Wars Rogue Leader, the official sequel to Star Wars Rogue Squadron, has to this day remained one of the greatest Star Wars games ever made, especially when it comes to Star Wars games that are set specifically during the timeline of the original trilogy. But to fully understand why exactly that is the case, we must actually look at what fans at that time were clamoring for that type of game. Which is to ultimately say that when it comes to Star Wars games set during the original trilogy, what was the often dreamed goal was to create a Star Wars game that accurately and authentically depicted the space battles from the films, which at the start of the 6th generation of consoles was quite the challenge indeed. Due to both the sheer scale of some of the battles, which could include hundreds of fighters, as well as translating some of the key moments in the films, such as the Death Star trench run, into good solid gameplay. The difficulty of doing so in an arcadey air combat game can be demonstrated in the secret Death Star trench run level in the original Star Wars Rogue Squadron. So with all of this in mind, I would say that the first thing that made Star Wars Rogue Leader great was its ability to translate these key moments in film history into key moments of video game history as well. But this first accomplishment was only possible thanks to the second thing that made Rogue Leader great, and that would be the extreme skill to which the developers were able to actually code this game and get the absolute most out of the GameCube in order to even run it. For you see, despite only having 11 months in total to develop Rogue Leader, developing studio Factor 5 decided to nevertheless exploit the hardware of the GameCube in every single way possible to ensure not only that Rogue Leader looked absolutely fantastic graphically speaking, albeit on a fairly low resolution on the native hardware, but also in order to be able to depict those massive scale battles in space that Star Wars is known for. And even managed to accomplish all of this with a fairly smooth frame rate, at least on the GameCube itself. For it should be noted for emulator players out there like myself, that while upscaling the resolution does make the game look much nicer, it has, along with all Factor 5 games for that matter, proven to be quite difficult to effectively emulate. Which again should be a testament to just how well skilled the developers at Factor 5 truly were. But perhaps this also explains to some degree why Star Wars Rogue Leader, great though it may be, does not appear to have had that big of an impact on game design in the industry itself. As of the two things that truly made it great, one was its ability to achieve a very specific dream of a very specific fandom, while the other thing that made the game great was the ability of the developers to get the absolute most out of the very specific capabilities of the GameCube, a console that had decidedly less third-party support than its competition in that era. But despite not having that much of a lasting impact on the industry itself, I do hope that you will ultimately agree with me when I say that Star Wars Rogue Leader is great.